Join me on a journey to embrace your Kavela life. Hi friends, my name is Rachel. Thanks so much for joining me. Welcome to your Yin practice. So today we will begin with a 15-minute warm-up and then take it down to our Yin practice. So if you're ready, let's come to our feet, coming to the top of your mat. Bringing the feet together, coming into Tadasana, mountain pose. Roll the shoulders back. Start to open the chest. Turn the palms out. Begin to ground the feet into the earth. Keep the gaze straight ahead or close the eyes if you feel comfortable here. Just coming to the present moment. Begin to connect with the breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the nose. Start to slowly build on that breath. Drawing the breath into the lungs, down into the belly. Lengthening, deepening the breath. And on the exhalation, start to equalize the inhale and the exhale. Maybe taking a 4 count. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling out the nose. As you exhale, begin to let go of anything that no longer serves you. Let's slowly start to bring some movement into the body. On your next inhale, start to float the arms up to the sky. Bring the palms together, hands in prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, float the arms. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Start to gaze up, reach through the arms. Exhale, hands to heart. Flowing, nice fluid movements here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Holding here, maybe take a moment to set an intention, dedication for your practice if you'd like. Inhale. Adding on here, exhale, forward fold, bending the knees. Maybe let the fingertips touch. Inhale, flat back, bring those palms to the shins, gaze forward. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. Roll through the spine all the way up. Float the arms, reach up to the sky. Inhale, start to really lift and lengthen. Draw that torso out of the hips. Exhale, press the hips forward, opening up that front body. Exhale, hands to heart. 2 more just like that with your own breath at your own pace. Make it feel really good on the body, leading with the heart. Bend the knees. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Float the arms. Lift and lengthen first. Exhale, back bend. Hands to heart. Each time trying to go a little deeper, slowly easing into your practice. Exhale, forward fold. Bend those knees. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine. Float the arms. Really lift here. Exhale. Hands to heart. Nice job. Adding on. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Adding on here. Let's step that right leg back. Left leg coming into your high plank pose. So be aware of the alignment here. Stacking the shoulders over the wrists. Start to draw the navel to the spine, engaging that core. Press the heels back. Make sure to keep the gaze to the top of your mat. Don't collapse in the neck. Create that beautiful straight line from the crown to the feet. And let's lower down, knees, chest, chin, taking it all the way down onto the belly, coming in for baby cobra, palms outside the chest. Sky, peel the chest up. Exhale, take it down. Press through the palms. Coming into tabletop, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog, lifting the hips up to the sky. And pedaling the heels, bending the knees, moving the hips, taking whatever movements you need here. Just waking up that body, warming up. Let the head hang. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. And then finding stillness, taking 2 deep breaths here. Let those heels drop towards the ground. Lift the hips higher. Let that sternum drop closer. Breathe. Lifting the heels. Let's walk the feet, coming to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Rolling all the way up. Float the arms to Tadasana. Reaching up, exhale. Hands to heart. One more just like that. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Left leg. Right leg, high plank. Breathing here, spread those fingers nice and wide. Create that heat within, waking up every muscle in the body here. Breathe that nice, deep, steady breath. Lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale. Pin those legs together. Peel the chest. Lifting higher. Exhale. Tabletop. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Lift the heels, walk the feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Roll through the spine, float the arms. Lift and lengthen, exhale, back bend. Hands to heart, adding on here. Sweep those arms up. Utkatasana, chair pose, sink the hips. So coming into our chair pose, make sure that you can see all 10 toes. Lift the heart, lift the chest, and shrug the shoulders. Slight pelvic tilt, sit down nice and low, firing up those quads. Reach through the fingertips, gazing up. Exhale, big arms, dive it down, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, walk, step, or float the feet, coming into your high plank. If you're ready, Chaturanga Dandasana or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll through the feet, downward facing dog. Adding on here, float that right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Square the hips, shoulders to the ground. Really extend through that right leg. Let that left heel drop. Let the chest drop. Flex that right foot, float it down to meet the left. Down dog. Flow through a vinyasa, high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Float that left leg up. Three-legged dog. Breathe here, really extend. Drop that right heel. Squaring the hips, shoulders. Flex that left foot. Float it down to meet the right, down dog. High plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths here. Get those heels closer to the ground. Lift the hips higher. Walk, step, or float the feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Come back to that chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale all the way up. Chair squats for 8. Just building heat. Use that breath. Inhale, open the body. Exhale, sit down. Inhale. Going at your own pace with your own breath. Inhale. Two more. Each time going deeper. Last one, hold here, hands into prayer, heart center. Let's take a twist over to the right, twisted chair. Twisting that spine. Gently easing into our first spinal twist here. Breathe. Come back to center, stay nice and low. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Sweep the arms, chair pose. Exhale. Take the twist, other side. Breathe into that twist. Relax the left shoulder, center the palms. Nice. Come back to center. Inhale all the way up. Exhale. Big arms. Exhale, take the hands to the hips. And take a little hop or step, bringing the feet hips width apart. So we're going to slowly ease into our yin practice. So coming into a forward fold, make sure you're hinging from the hips, avoid using the lower back, lead with the chest, the heart, forward fold, taking it down. You can take the fingertips down to the mat or to the ankles, to the shins, wherever feels good, or hands to opposite elbows. Coming into our ragdoll. Start to shift the weight towards the toes, lifting the hips up to the sky. Feeling a nice lengthening in the hamstrings here. Let gravity pull that upper body down, folding the upper body into the lower body. Maybe sway from side to side if that feels good for you. Or just find stillness here. So really try to let that upper body just hang. Don't force anything, just let it naturally release. Breathing here. And then releasing the fingertips down to the ground. Just find your way down onto your mat. So maybe just sinking the hips down. Going to come into a sitting position, bending the knees. Take the palms behind the thighs. Bring the feet together, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to come into seated cat-cow here. So lifting the heart up, let the head drop back. Exhale, round. Draw the chin towards the chest. Extend through the elbows. So really get a nice stretch in that upper back, the mid back, the lower back. So just floating in and out of this at your own pace with your own breath. Taking as much time as you need. In cat and cow. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And coming up on one last round here. Exhale. And from here, just start to roll onto the back. So coming all the way onto the back. Bend the knees, and once you get down there, start to feel the shoulders grounding into the earth, the hips grounding. Hug the knees into the chest here. And just relax. So we're starting to slow down, moving into our yin practice. Lengthen through the neck. Maybe close the eyes. We're going to be on our back for a little bit, so just try to come into a peaceful, calm place. Begin to let go of the tension, any stress, anything. And from here, extend the left leg out, keeping that right knee in towards the chest. Start to take that right knee out and around the ribs over to that right side towards the right shoulder. Start to gently draw that knee in closer and closer. Maybe flex the feet here, keeping the feet active. Try to keep both shoulders grounded. Taking this time for yourself to feel good, take care of your body, your health, your mind. And start to make circles with the knee, so drawing that knee around in towards the belly, the chest, out to the side. So we're going extending through the elbows as the knee draws away, taking 4 circles here. So we're massaging that hip, preparing our hips for deeper postures to come. And maybe go in the opposite direction. And then when you finish 4 of those, come back to center. And let's just switch legs. Draw that left knee in. Extend the right leg out. And take that left knee in towards the left shoulder, out and around the ribs. Draw it nice and close. Flex the feet. Make sure that right shoulder stays grounded. Staying with that nice, deep, steady breath. Draw the knee in a little closer. Maybe even feeling a little pinch in the hip. And then let's go for those knee circles. So taking 4 in one direction first, and then 4 in the opposite direction. So just going at your own pace. Take your time, really massage that hip joint, getting the lower back, loosening up the hip. And then once you complete 4, go the opposite direction for 4. And when you're finished, just come back to center, floating that right knee in. So knees to chest, both knees in. And we're going to come into our happy baby pose here. So taking the arms inside the thighs, and if you can, take those peace sign fingers, wrap them around the big toes, flexing the soles of the feet to the sky. Bending the knees, so let your arm strength draw the knees closer to the ground, opening up the hips here. Make sure you're feeling that back grounding into the earth. So most of the time we do this pose at the end of our practice, so just see how this feels at the beginning of your practice. Let's spend a little time here. Try to go deeper. And if it feels good for you, maybe start to straighten the knees. Just opening up those hips. So in our yin practice, we search for that edge, that point of resistance, where maybe we feel tension, resistance, maybe even discomfort, but never pain. And once we get to that edge, just hold there and just allow the body to surrender, relax, do its magic. All you have to do is breathe. Just breathe. Little by little, the body releases, finding more space. Relax the shoulders. So from here, let's bring the feet together, the soles of the feet. Release the arms, floating them up overhead. Let the knees drop, coming in, reclined butterfly or Supta Baddha Konasana. So the knees are down towards the ground, the arms are up overhead. Palms to the sky. Finding some movement here. So if this feels good and you feel like you just want to stay still, be still. If you want more movement, slowly bringing the knees together, float the arms down to the ground, palms facing down. So imagine a butterfly's wings, your legs, your arms on the wings. Inhale, just floating open, arms up overhead, knees drop. Exhale, knees together, arms float down alongside the body, palms facing down. Inhale, so moving with your breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So each time, open up a little bit more. Inhale, opening up the shoulders, the chest, opening up the hips. Exhale. Inhale. And holding here. Exhale, bringing the knees together. Take the arms, hands behind the thighs. Draw the knees into the chest. Extend the legs up. And again, make sure check in with the neck, the shoulders, the back. Make sure everything's grounding. Try to flatten out that back. Relax the neck, the head, the jaw. Sometimes we're just going really fast. It's good to slow down, even if we feel like we want to keep on moving. Let the yin practice be that time where you slow down. Bending the knees. Draw the knees into the chest, keeping the palms behind the thighs. We're going to start to slowly roll forward and back. So massaging that spine. Just rolling here. And then when you're ready, we're going to make our way into our plank. So however you want to get there, if you want to cross the ankles, move with momentum, jump back or step back. And let's flow through a vinyasa here. Or go right to downward facing dog. So take your time. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, float that right leg up to the sky. Bend the knees, stack the hip. Let that right foot hang heavy. Maybe flex the right foot. Maybe peek under that left armpit. Search for that right foot. Really opening up the hip. And then draw the knee into the chest. We're going to step through and come into dragon pose. Let that left knee ground. So coming into dragon, make sure the right knee stacks over the right ankle. Slide that left leg back. Take the palms, frame the right foot. Start to let the hips sink. So make sure, start to let go. Relax the upper body. So remembering in our yin practice, the muscles take a break. We're getting into those connective tissues, the fascia. Trying to make some space. So when we first come into these poses, we might not feel anything right away, and so we hold them and just relax. So today we're really focusing on the hips. So if you have been active, bike riding, running, anything, this is a great practice to just release. And let go. So feel free to stay right here, or we're going to start to just flow from here into our half split pose. So just drawing the hips back, folding over that right leg. Let the chest drop to the thigh, flex the right foot. Notice your hip placement. If that right hip is forward, start to square the hips. Try to keep the hips stacked over the left knee. You might have to slide that right leg forward. Let the chest drop. And then either holding there, we're just going to float back to dragon. Let those hips drop. And exhale, forward fold. Going at your own pace back to lizard or dragon. We're heading towards lizard. Exhale, shift the hips back. And go back to dragon. And from here, start to walk that right foot in, taking the palms up to right above the knee. So make sure you get your foundation. You want to make sure the right foot is right under that right knee. So we're going to get a little stretch in the psoas. So starting out, just come here, not really sinking, and really lengthening through the spine, nice and tall. Gently let the chin come to the chest. So this is really subtle. See if you feel this in your left hip flexor and here. Just take a minute. It's a little subtle stretch, but everything's all connected. Breathe. From here, start to gaze forward. Inhale, float the arms up, gaze up, and let's sink down into our dragon pose. So you might have to adjust the feet slightly, gaze up. And then big arms, frame that right foot. Option to stay here or go for your lizard pose. If you want to go for lizard, just walk that right palm inside the right foot, walk the right foot out to the outer edge. Start to slide the left leg back. So many variations. If you've been practicing a while, just do whatever feels good for you. You can tuck the left toes, keeping a really active lizard here, keeping that left leg off the ground. Or you can start to make your way down onto the forearms. So this is all about opening up that right hip. So we're building into, this is our pose here, our big pose. So try to go nice and deep. So lizard, eventually you want to bring the chest all the way down to the ground. Imagine a lizard. Their belly, chests on the ground. Hips are open. So just take this where it feels good for you. Searching for that edge. If you want to go for a twisted lizard, you can do that. Coming on to the left forearm, start to turn the torso into that right knee, maybe float the arm up. Take the palm to the knees, gently pressing that hip open a little bit more, or wrap that arm around the lower back. So a lot of options here. Just find what's right for you today. Be patient with your body. Always staying with that nice, deep, steady breath. If you're in a twist, come back to center. Start to come back up onto the palms. Begin to walk that right foot back in, coming back to dragon. Back to center. Maybe take a gentle forward fold here before we flow through our vinyasa. Maybe that chest comes closer to the thigh, maybe forehead to knee. And then exhale. Flowing, tucking the left toes, extending that right leg up to the sky. For three-legged dog, stretch it out. Take your time here, moving nice and slow. Exhale, float that leg down, hang out in down dog, or take your vinyasa, high plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. And so maybe pedal the heels or stay still, noticing how that right leg feels compared to the left. Let's balance out the body, float the left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, stacking the hip. Maybe flex that left foot, peek under the right armpit this time. really opening up that hip. And then knee to chest, stepping through for dragon. Low lunge, right knee stacks on top of, or left knee rather, over that left heel. Slide that leg back, lowering the hips, settling in, and just breathing here. Relax through the arms, the shoulders, the palms. Take any weight out of the upper body. Let this be all about the hips, the lower body. Let the head hang. Search for that edge. So from here, you can hold right here, or if you want to flow, coming into our half split, forward folds. Just let the hips come back, fold over that left leg. Start to square those hips. Exhale, back to dragon. Let the hips sink. So just each time going a little deeper, right into it. Exhale, forward fold. And back to dragon. Let those hips drop a little deeper. And then from here, just going to take that subtle little stretch. So walking the foot in, make sure coming up onto that right knee, take the palms right above that left knee. Really getting nice and tall here. If you're feeling a lot of stress in the right knee, try to shift the energy away from that knee. Exhale, let the chin drop towards the chest. Relax the shoulders. So you might start to just feel a little subtle something in that right hip flexor, the right quad. And inhale, let's float the arms up. Start to walk that left foot forward. Sink the hips. Gazing up. Let those hips drop. Exhale, big arms, frame that left foot, come back down. And going into lizard pose, walk that left foot out. Left hand inside the left foot, slide that right leg back. And then just go into your lizard, just repeating whatever you did on the opposite side to balance the body. Take whatever you need here. Easing down to the forearms. Don't hold the breath. Stay with that nice, deep, steady breath. Try to relax through the upper body. Search for that edge. Little by little, let that chest get closer to the ground. Opening up that left hip. Nice. Whenever you're ready, if you want to go for that twist, if you did on the opposite side, inhale, float that left arm up. Turn the torso into that left knee. Keep letting those hips sink closer to the ground. Take that wrap, gazing over the left shoulder, twisting through the spine. Whenever you need to come out of the twist, just take it nice and slow. And coming back to center. slowly start to make your way back up onto the palms. Walk that left foot in, back to dragon. Sink the hips. And then exhale, take that counter stretch, forward fold. Square the hips, flex that left foot. Let that chest drop closer, maybe forehead touches the knee. And exhale back to center. And tucking the right toes, let's float into our three-legged dog. Extend that left leg. Take your time here. Exhale, left foot meets right, down dog. High plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll through the feet, down dog. 2 breaths. So coming in for our last down dog, just taking your deepest expression here. And slowly float the knees down to the ground, coming in for extended child's pose. Let the hips drop to the heels, chest drop to the thighs. Forehead touches, stimulating that third eye. Float the arms alongside the body, just coming into your child's pose. Let the shoulders fall towards the ground. Let the spine round. Just coming into a little ball here. Coming back to yourself. Let's inhale, slowly floating up to seated here. Extending the legs out. So bend the knees slightly. We're just going to come into a forward fold, flexing the feet. Reach the fingers, hands towards the toes, feet. Nice flat back. Slide those heels out. Folding over the legs. Little by little, let that chest drop. So we started out our practice in our standing forward fold ragdoll. So this is the same thing except seated. So try to go deeper. Hopefully your hamstrings feel nice and long. Hopefully your lower back feels good. Your hips feel good. Walking the hands, coming back up. Let's just open the body in the opposite direction, bringing the palms, coming in for a reverse plank. Take the toes, pointing them. Let the feet drop towards the ground. Lift the hips up to the sky. Opening up the heart, opening up the chest. Let the head drop back. Lift the hips higher. Exhale, slowly coming down. And we're going to take that one more time. So bend the knees, that hand to nice. And slowly release, walk the hands up. And going for that reverse plank or coming into reverse tabletop, taking the feet in, bending the knees, hips width apart. Inhale, lift the hips up. Engaging the glutes here, lifting the hips up. Opening up the chest, the shoulders. And exhale, slowly lowering the hips all the way down. Reaching the arms forward, rounding the spine, rolling on to our back. Coming all the way down. Hug those knees in. Maybe let the knees come over to the right side. And gaze over to the left, just coming into a gentle supine twist here. And coming back to center, letting the knees drop over to the left, gazing over to the right. Come back to center. Draw the knees into the chest, extend the legs up. And taking the arms alongside, palms facing down, or taking the hands underneath the hips, slowly start to let those legs float down, nice and slow, engaging the core here, not straining the lower back. Maybe let them hover above the ground, holding. And then slowly just let them lightly come to rest, coming into our final posture, Shavasana, Opening the legs, mat's width. Opening up the arms, palms to the sky. And coming back to the present moment. Finding that stillness in the body and mind, just taking this time to be, just be. Slowly start to bring your awareness back. Maybe start to bring some movement into the toes, the fingers, the hands, the feet. Inhaling, float the arms up overhead. Bend the knees. With the eyes closed, make your way onto your right side, coming into a fetal position. Just take some deep breaths there. Work your way back to a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, rolling the shoulders back. Closing out our practice with 3 cleansing breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Big inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Thank you so much for joining me for class today. Thank yourselves for taking this time for your health, for your body, mind. I hope to see you again really soon. May there always be peace in your heart, peace in your words, and peace in your mind. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed your journey today. If you would like to see new classes, please remember to subscribe, like, visit our website at kavelalife.com. Become a member on our Patreon account. By becoming a member, it allows us to create new classes. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Kavela Life. Thank you so much. Namaste.